to God. That's the thrust of the verb. Thus, returning thanks. The substance of her words being thanksgiving for the fulfillment of her petitions and of the expectation of herself and of others. The imperfect tense may well mean that she continued her thanks also after Joseph and Mary had gone to Nazareth. Right? There's an ongoing aspect to this thanksgiving that she has, this gratitude in this unexpected place, this old widow who's there, right? But God had done something, and the gratitude comes because that she was going to make it known. Amos talks about this, that the Lord God does nothing without revealing his secret to his servants, the prophets. The lion, this is the Lord, has roared. Who will not fear? The Lord God has spoken. Who can but prophesy? Who can but prophesy? Who can but testify to say what God has done, what God is doing, what God will do, has promised to do? How could you keep that a secret, this good and gracious news? There's a reason we sing, "Go tell it on the mountain," right? Over the hills and everywhere that Jesus Christ is born, because that's good news. Why in the world would we try to bury it? How in the world could we keep this covered under small talk or talk about the weather, right? Or when we know that you and I and the world, right? Everybody needs to hear this message. We can't assume that they've heard it. We can't assume that they've received it. It is too good to be left covered up by something else. This is good news. Who can but prophesy? In Acts, even as the church began to be persecuted, as they face threats for those who say, hey, you better not be speaking about this Jesus guy, they were scattered from Jerusalem. They were kicked out. And what did they do? Those who were scattered, even at the cost of their lives, even at the cost of their livelihoods, their homes, their possessions, right? It did not matter because God's promise was greater. The hope of everlasting life was greater. And so that's where this all comes together. You probably knew this is where we're working towards, that as it all comes together, Anna is one favored to behold the face of God's promised son, and she gives thanks there, but that's not all. Unlike Simeon, right, he was emphasizing, oh, Lord, you're going to let me depart in peace, and finally my time has come, I can rest easy, and oh, yes, yes. But contrasting with Simeon, we have Anna, probably even older, and what do we see Anna do? She's going around. She's telling everyone about Jesus. She's not saying, okay, I've served my time, I'm good. She sees the promise. She sees the beginning of the fulfillment of that promise, and she doesn't tuck it away and go, oh, yes, now I can die in peace. She starts telling it on the mountain, right? I think it's easy for us, as we told the kids, to think that telling others about Jesus is someone else's job, right? But that's a messed up view for a variety of reasons. But first of all, why wouldn't we want the honor of sharing this best news ever? Right? If you won $2 billion and you have money to give away, wouldn't you feel good going to somebody and say, hey, I've got great news. I'm paying off your mortgage, Frank. I'm paying off the car. Tell the kids too. Call them up, right? If you have an immeasurable gift to give and you can tell anyone about it, right? Why not tell them? Maybe there's fear about that, oh, they're going to come steal a portion of it, or I might, lose my life when they'll take the fortune, right? There's temporal things when it comes to living the lottery, but I think the things that we might lose for telling others about Jesus, the status, the influence, the connections, right? I think they're worth losing for the joy of that one that would hear, that would receive.